Yeah. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm new, kind of new to Zoom technology. So figuring things out as I go.
Not to worry.
I'm actually going to turn off my video because I have to go into Costco. So I'm
Okay.
going to still hear you guys. Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Sounds
Hi.
good.
Bye. Okay.
All right. So tonight's call is going to be all about Easter eating and how to control your portions, how to pick your battles, and how to trust yourself around food, because this is something that a lot of people struggle with, right? It's anytime that we do something that we didn't intend to do, we're giving up our power and giving that thing more power over us, right? And that being food or alcohol or whatever it may be, or someone else that pissed us off, we're just giving them more power over our feelings. We're going to dive deeper into that in a minute, but just before some house cleaning stuff, as per some feedback, instead of us typing the questions in the chat box like we did last week, you guys feel free to unmute yourselves at any point in time that you have a question. Okay, so you basically just raise your hand, unmute yourself, and go ahead and ask your questions. You know how to unmute yourself, right? You have that little red microphone. You just click on there, and you'll be able to talk. Okay, so feel free to interrupt me and ask me as many questions as you want. Also, thank you so much, you guys, for making the time to be here with me. It shows how committed you are, and it shows that you're really dedicated to your process and to making this work. And I'm a big admirer of people who put in the work and the effort to actually achieve what they really want. So I do appreciate your time here. I do appreciate you guys investing in yourselves. And yeah, okay, so Louise is gonna join us. So we're no longer at a girls' club. All right. Hi, Louise. How's it going?
Good, really good. And you?
Good, good, awesome. So I was just telling the girls here that hi, nice to see you. Looking thinner and thinner.
Yeah. My mother is telling me, "Are you eating properly?" Blah blah blah. Well, yeah, eating more than before. Crazy.
That's awesome. Brazilian mom, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Well, you are eating, huh? You are sick or something. Just I don't know if Andrea told you guys, but actually it was 15 kilograms in 3 months. So it's so much. Even for me, sometimes I go, gosh, who is this?
Wow, congratulations. That's so exciting.
Let's see. My goal is actually 20 in April. Let's see if I'm gonna actually make this more less 5. Let's see. I think it's
Yeah.
gonna be okay.
No, he's making amazing progress. Yeah, I'm really proud. So, and tell your mom that you're eating. Tell your mom that you're not
Yeah,
starving
it's
yourself.
crazy. Yeah, look. Seriously, it's crazy. It's crazy. Let's see if I can do something here. Yep. I'm pretty much actually having dinner.
Oh, that looks good.
Yeah, it's
That looks really good.
avocado, baked tomatoes, salad, and actually my salmon. Yeah, I'm just crazy for salmon, so still.
Yeah, I love salmon too.
So sorry.
Looks nice.
Thank you.
Oh, good.
Sorry, guys, to interrupt you. I'm here.
No, all good, all good. So I was just explaining to the girls that tonight, based on some feedback that I got from last week's call, instead of you guys typing in the questions in the chat box, you feel free to unmute yourself and ask any questions at any point in time, okay?
Good.
So that way I don't feel that I'm talking to myself and doing like any formal presentation or anything. Like we're a team. So anyone here should feel free to talk and to make suggestions and tell us your input, insights, and so on. All right.
Love it.
Awesome. So, one topic that I wanted to talk about before we talk about Easter eating is actually the feedback via Loom video. So the little link to the video that I send you guys every week on the check-ins. How's that working for you guys in terms of getting clarity on my feedback?
I love it. I personally love it. I think every
Yeah.
time you send it, it just gives me that, extra gas and energy to keep going, just because it's usually something that I can actually put in practice,
Right.
so I actually love it. But that's
Okay.
me.
Okay. Fernanda, all good too? Okay.
I actually didn't know. That there's like feedback to your videos. Like, you're saying that we can provide feedback?
No, I'm just asking about the process of sending my feedback via video, via that
Oh,
Loom
I like,
video.
yeah. I like your feedback like that actually.
Okay.
And it's a nice visual, at least for me.
Okay.
I prefer the videos.
Okay. Does that give you guys enough clarity on the next steps, or would you rather have me type in what you need to do next, go over your week, writing everything down and getting back to you that way?
I
No?
prefer the video.
Video? Okay. Okay. All right. Louise, Ashley?
Uh,
Yeah.
First, you
Your
can go.
videos, yeah, I like your videos, but
Yeah, and then with regards to the feedback on my video, you guys don't have to give me any feedback, but if I ask you something on the video, or if there are some next steps on what to do on that video, then I would like to hear or to have some sort of acknowledgement that, okay, I understood the next steps, I got it, we'll implement it. Or no, sorry, you said something that I didn't quite understand why, so please clarify. That would be something that I would like to see more, just to flow, just for a better flow of communication, and for me to know exactly, okay, you guys watched it, acknowledged it, are acting on that step, on those steps that I sent on the video, because I get a notification via email when you guys open the video, but I never know if if those action steps were actually put into practice if you don't tell me. So yeah, so just in case there are something that is not super clear, or that you need more instructions on how to put in practice, then I would like some feedback. I need to know, right? I need to know what exactly you thought about that. Sounds good?
of course.
And you expect this.
So we're supposed to tell you when we got it and when we
Yeah.
don't, right? Just give you just an answer to your video.
Yeah, just an acknowledgement, especially if there's some
Okay.
action steps on that video, right? Because not everyone will get like, sometimes the week just went well, everything is good, just keep up doing what you're doing. Then you just, okay, I received it, I watched it, great, but there's nothing that I need to act on, right? But if there's some action steps, okay, I needed to work on this and work on that, just acknowledge me. Yeah, just send me back a message. Okay, received it. We work on XYZ, or XYZ wasn't very clear. Can you please clarify? Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense?
I'm sorry, I haven't been doing that, but I'll start doing that from now on.
Thank you. Yeah, because it's
I haven't been
important for
doing.
me. Yeah, it's
I
important
watch
for
it. I
me.
understand most of the thing, but even sometimes I have some questions, and
Yeah,
I
please.
forget.
Yeah, so right away when you're answering, there are actually two ways that you can do that. When you're watching the video, you can, below you have a comment section, right? Just like YouTube. So you can type it in right away, or
Oh,
you can just watch the video like in a small window, and then on the other window you have the message tab on the app, so you can send me, oh, okay, this I didn't get it, this I got it, this I'm acting on it, blah 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 blah, just so we're all on the same page on what to do. Because even though it is very good to have that visual, sometimes I feel that it doesn't give enough clarity on what to do, and then communication gets missed. So I just want to make the process a little bit more clear. And at any point in time, and that's the next topic here, I started implementing the get unstuck calls. And I think I talked about this last week, but the purpose of that is exactly that, to get you unstuck. Sometimes you might not feel that you are stuck, or I've also heard from someone that, oh, I just don't want to bug you, I don't want to take your time, but I'm making my time, I'm making myself available specifically on those times. I cleared my schedule, so if you're on my calendar and you select a time, I made that time for you, so you're not bugging me. So those calls are exactly to have more clarity on what to do, to clarify any instructions, or to go over an exercise that you're feeling that you're not making progress on, or you're feeling kind of weird, like anything that you feel that you need extra support from me. Okay, just know that you're not going to be bugging me. It's my time that I'm making myself available exactly for that purpose, exactly for that. Those calls were made exactly for that, to get you unstuck, to get you move forward, to help you make progress individually. And these calls here are also for that purpose. So even though you're going to be learning on some topic, I want you guys to feel free to ask questions. Okay, since this is going to be recorded, we're going to have more people watching it, right? I want everyone to watch it, and maybe they're trying to read the PDFs, but then they see a video and they see one of you guys' questions, and it makes them understand a topic a little bit better, right? And also because as the team grows, as we impact more and more people, my time gets limited, right? And sometimes a few messages slip through the cracks, right? I'm human too. And sometimes I fail, and sometimes I make mistakes. And the more the team grows, the higher the likelihood of that happening, because it's just more people to manage. It's just more individual messages to manage. So the more we can be here together on these calls, the more you guys can feel free to book the calls with me to get unstuck. The more you use the Facebook group for that purpose, the better quality of help and the faster help you're going to get. Okay. On that same topic of accountability and support, probably I've mentioned this in the beginning. Probably I've sent you guys in the beginning in my initial email with regards to the hours of operation and hours of response for the messages. But I just want to make it a little bit more clear again. I will be responding messages from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. EST. Okay, so 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. EST is the time that I'm going to be available to reply to messages. You can send your message at any time. Got a question? Type it in, send it over to me. I just won't be responding after 6 p.m. and I won't be responding before 9 a.m. Okay, and this is also to make sure that, you know, I'm present when I'm doing that I have control over all the messages, and that I can reply to you in a timely manner and in a better way as well. And also, we all need family time. We all need, our slow down time. And I'm a big believer in doing what you preach. And I preach you guys quality of life. I preach you guys slow time at night, slow time in the mornings, focus on one thing, control your time. And if I'm not doing that, if I'm on my phone at 10 p.m. before going to bed, I'm not setting a good example. And I need to start doing that better. And setting these boundaries, this time frame will help a lot. But again, you guys can message me at any time. Just the hours of response will be limited to 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Okay? Make sense?
Yeah.
Awesome. Check-in time. Okay, now check-in time. The check-in process, I've implemented and I've tried to refine throughout the time to make it easier, to make it more automatic to you guys, and to make something that anyone can do, and that I can also get back to you on a timely manner as well. So some of you have check-ins to be done on Sundays, and some of you have check-ins to be done on Mondays. What I want to start doing, and you guys tell me if you're on board with this, is sending the reminder on Saturday, allowing you to send me the check-in until Sunday at noon. Okay, because then if I receive everything Sunday until noon, then I can get back to you guys much more quickly. And then you can book your get unstuck calls if you need one on Mondays, on Tuesdays, which I don't have that time now on Mondays and Tuesdays because of feedback on check-ins. So, and also I want you guys to get started like right away on your new plan or adjustments or whatever you might need to do for the following week. I want you guys to start doing that on Monday, right away. Get there and do it. What do you guys think? You will receive the reminder Saturdays, and you can send me at any point in time on Saturday until Sunday at noon EST. Are you guys on board with that? Okay.
For me, actually, it doesn't change anything. I
Yeah.
do actually morning, Sunday morning.
Yeah.
So that's okay.
Yeah, for you, it doesn't change anything.
So for me, it would be probably I would be sending then on Saturday night, just because sometimes like Sundays is when I do all my stuff, all my errands. So sometimes I tend to send at like 2 p.m. or a little bit later. So I would definitely do it on a Saturday then. It wouldn't have the Sunday morning weigh in. So it would be from Monday to Saturday.
No, sorry, can you say that again?
Yeah. So
yeah.
because when you ask in the questionnaire, you ask for the average of the past 7 days, right?
Yes.
So
correct.
usually when I do that on a Sunday, I have my weigh-in in the morning. I have my measurements in the morning. I do all of that in the Sunday morning. So because you want it by noon, I might not be able to do it. So I would have to do it on a Saturday night. So we won't have those numbers for Sunday.
Okay. Yeah, it will be like that for the first week, and then it will adjust itself, right?
I would include, so basically mine would be from Sunday to Saturday.
Just for 1 week, right?
No, for the rest of the weeks too, right?
No, I mean, just for the first week, and then the next ones will be Saturday to Saturday, right?
Well,
that's
no, it's not Saturday. It's so right now it's from Monday to Sunday. So it will be from Sunday to Saturday instead.
Yeah, she's talking about actually the 7 days. She's right. So yeah, the first week she's going to lose 1 day, or is going
1
to
day,
reduce 1 day.
And then it will work
that's
itself
okay.
out.
But it's just the first week that she get the same wage as she did actually last week.
But my concern, Pam, is actually, are you able to do that on Saturday morning? Because of the lighting for your pictures and stuff like that,
Right. I can take the pictures on Saturday morning because it won't matter, right?
Yeah, no, it won't. Or I was going to suggest, or you can fill it out on Saturday and take the pictures and measurements on Sunday morning. Oh, but then you won't be able to do it before
Yeah,
noon.
that's
Okay.
that's the only, because that's what usually takes a little bit more time.
Yeah.
You
That's
know, it's
right.
like answering the questionnaire and putting it all the data in. So
Yeah. Makes sense.
so as long as
Yeah.
you're okay with that, that's totally fine with me.
Anybody else? Let's see. Anybody else that would be not have a good time doing it on Sunday? Does anybody else? No? Okay. So Pam, do you
Yes.
think you can do it on Saturday morning? Like Saturday anytime, like you take the pictures at any time and you take the measurements at any time Saturday morning,
Yeah,
and then
absolutely.
you upload. Yeah, okay, so that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
I'll have the
Right.
lighting right.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's the only thing, the lighting and making sure that it's always under the same conditions.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll just
Okay.
transfer from one day to the other. Absolutely.
Okay, sounds good. Because then, yeah. All right, so we'll start doing that, but we're not going to start doing that this weekend. We're going to be starting doing this the following week. Okay, mark it on your calendars there.
Sounds good.
So this week is Saturday 3rd, right? April 3rd. So April 10th.
Perfect.
Yeah, April 10th. We start implementing the check-ins. Reminders on Saturday. Okay, this weekend, all the same. Let's keep up doing the same thing. Questions?
We're good.
Okay, good. I think the last thing regarding to this support and accountability is something that I heard from my coach, and I loved when I heard it because it makes total sense to me. Whenever, at least this happened to me, I don't know if it happens to you guys as well, but whenever things slip through the cracks, or you can't do something, or you feel kind of stuck, or you feel like you messed up, you feel like you're failing during the plan, or you're not doing what you're supposed to do, you tend to hide and just retract and just like almost pretending that nothing happened, or wishing that hasn't happened because you don't want to face the truth. Like you don't want to show your coach that you're not doing super well, that you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, and you kind of hide in the corner and in your own head. And our own head, it tells us lies, right? Our mind is always lying to us. Don't believe in everything that you think. Don't believe in everything that you think is true, because most likely it is just your perception of the situation. So whenever those times arrive, and they will, it happens, it's normal, everybody struggles. It's not like a beautiful trip to La La Land all the time. Don't run away from me, run to me. I want to make this very clear too. Like, come to me, let's talk, let's see what's going on, and let's come up with a plan to solve it. Don't run from me. I don't bite. That's number one. I only look mad, but it's just my face. But I don't bite. Or sometimes I do, but no. And if I don't know what's going on, it's really, really hard for me to help. Really, really hard. I can't just guess what's going on. You have to tell me. You have to tell me what you're struggling with. You have to tell me what's going on, what's in your mind, and we can solve together. Okay, so don't run from me, run to me. And same thing for the Facebook group. Don't run away from it. Don't get shy because you don't have anything encouraging to post or whatever. Be there. There are some people that are struggling so much, and they could be benefited from, some word of encouragement, or just something that, or someone that they can relate with. Even though I try my best to do my job as a coach. It's different when you have a peer that's going through the exact same things that you're going through, right? It gives you another perspective. It makes you feel relatable, and it makes you not feel so bad about yourself that everyone struggles, right? But I can tell you, everyone struggles. It's normal. Everything that you guys go through is normal. It's part of the process. But when you run to me, when you run to the group, when you ask for help, when you tell us what's wrong, then we'll be able to find a solution together. Deal? Perfect. Any questions? Okay. All right. One at a time.
Okay, that was funny.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, no. Fernanda Ferreira, you're here.
I am here.
Yay!
I just came from my run.
Yay! Nice.
Yeah.
From your run?
From my
Wasn't
run.
it snowing?
It's normal again. I don't know how. Winnipeg,
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's why my face is not there. I'm going to help you guys out and not put my face in here because I look disgusting. So
I doubt that.
I'll just leave you with my pretty face.
If you guys don't know Fernanda works for Portia Ella in Winnipeg, and she shares a lot of tips for skincare. She's the skincare queen. And yeah, her Instagram is Ferreira Beauty.
Thank you. You're too sweet.
She's the best. All
Thank
right,
you.
ladies. Okay, and Felipe. Ladies and Felipe. Let's talk about Easter. Who wants to be the first one asking questions about Easter or talking about what's the hardest part about Easter?
I think for me it would be honestly to track my macros, because usually my family, the way they cook, like it's kind of hard to know. For example, if it's a lasagna, how do I know exactly what it's in there and what isn't, right? So I feel like that would be the hardest part. I've been pretty good like holding off on my carbs for later and just being able to hold those things, so I don't think that'll be a struggle for me as much. But I feel like tracking exactly what I'm eating would be the trouble.
Okay. Yeah, that's super normal. That's the biggest struggle that most people have too. And one thing that I can tell you is you don't need to track it exactly to the gram, every single thing, especially in that situation, especially during Easter. We don't want to go overboard and just eat everything on site, but you can still like keep good track of it, just adding a general lasagna or adding a general whatever else that you're having on that day. It doesn't need to be perfect, but at least you're tracking something. At least it's there. It's a number. It's better to have an estimated number than to not have any number at all, because you're trying to reach the exact goal, the exact number, or trying to guess exactly what's in there. So my suggestion is log in as the first, like find something close enough to what you're eating and put it in there.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like that's my biggest struggle with my fitness ball is sometimes like I'll cook, especially because I'm a vegetarian. For me, it's not that easy to track my protein. So I'm like, how many peas do I have in here? I don't know. So it's kind of hard that way. But I guess I'll try to do that. I'll try to look for like a vegetarian lasagna or whatever.
Yeah. Is she gonna cook a vegetarian lasagna?
I think that's what's going to be it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the fact that you already know what, or at least have an idea what it's gonna be serving there, it's better, right? It's better than just getting there and not knowing anything. So you can at least plan for it. But yeah, try to find some general vegetarian lasagna and set aside your macros for that. Now just give me 1 second here because I'm trying to open up something here.
Just on that note as well, what about
Yeah.
quantities? How do you know, in terms of like looking? Because I know for a lot of people that have been doing that for a long time, you look at the plate and you're like, oh yeah, 150 grams of rice. I have no clue. I have no idea. Every time I do
You're
those
getting
tests, I just
better
see
at it
people do.
though.
Oh, I mean, a little better, but also sometimes it's like, oh, I'm pretty sure that's like 400 grams. And then it's like, no, honey, it's actually 800. I'm like, oh shit, okay. So I don't know.
Okay, so you're gonna do your best guess. That's what you're gonna do.
Okay.
Your best guess. Like if you're eating at home and it's just you and Brandon and like you're in your regular familiar environment, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't at least try to weigh it or be a little bit closer to what it is, right? But are you guys spending with Brandon's family?
No, it's more we're actually thinking about ordering something in because we've been
Okay.
talking about it, what we wanted to have,
All right.
but
Okay.
but I don't know what it's in it exactly.
Okay. Yeah, if it's from a chain restaurant, you should be able to find. If not,
Mhm.
just look for the dish and guess it. That's
Okay.
that's the best advice. That's what I do. That's what I advise people to do when those situations happen. Why? Because Easter only happens once a year,
Mhm.
right? Easter only it only happens once a year. It's just a once a year thing. You're not going to have Easter every Sunday. You're not doing that every Sunday. You're not winging it, trying to guess everything every Sunday or whatever.
Mhm.
So it's not going to affect your progress that much. And at least you're having some knowledge of what you're having, of what you're eating and how much you're eating.
Okay.
Right. So yeah, just do that. You're not going to know the weight exactly. You're going to have to guess.
Mhm.
But guess to the best of your abilities. And then if you have your scale, just do a bet with yourself. Like, okay, I'm guessing this weighs 300 grams. Let me put it on the scale and let's see if I'm right.
Mhm.
How close I get.
Okay.
At least you're going to learn. Like you will for sure remember next time you will, oh, okay, that portion looked like 300 grams, but it actually had 800. So I better improve on my guessing skills. But that's fine. It's just once a year. So if you're guessing, if you're logging in the most approximate estimated dish that you find, it's fine. No worries.
Here's
Okay.
my question. Is there such thing as an untracked meal?
Yes, there could be. There could be. It
I
depends on
mean,
the
like in
case.
situations like Easter or Christmas or something like that, right?
Yeah, you can do an untracked meal. It depends. It depends on which step of the way you are. It depends on what you're willing to do. It depends, right? There are some people that want to track and to keep track of what they're eating. So do it.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. If you're just starting out and you want to like play this game and see how that goes, and it will help you to just guess better at some estimations, then do it. If you feel that, oh, okay, this is going to bring me anxiety, or I'm not at a point where, I feel like I can do this or whatever, then use the untracked meal. But just know that you didn't track it, but you ate it. So
of course, yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So it depends. There are some people that have untracked meals on their schedule, depending on their goals or depending on the level that they are. Like if they're a little bit more advanced, then it's possible that they have an untracked meal on a weekly basis even.
Yeah, that
because
makes
they
sense.
already have that knowledge, right?
Yeah.
But you have to find out with yourself, what are you willing to do, right? Are you willing to learn from this and maybe make this a fun game, or it's just going to be too much work and I'd rather not even try, right?
That makes sense. Yeah.
Any more questions? Hold on.
Yeah, I actually do. Sorry, it's just so much now.
Don't be sorry.
So for this case, for example, for Easter, right? Let's say I'm gonna have what we're thinking about is having Dutch Indo food, right? So
Mhm.
they're all different types of food, and I know there's a lot of like chicken and curry sauce and rice and all that kind of good stuff.
Mhm.
And you know, it's basically tapas style, so it's a little bit of everything, and you kind of eat it. And
Right.
obviously, I've ordered a ovo de colher. Don't know how to say that in English.
Oh, okay, the chocolate.
Yeah.
Even me, I don't know this in Portuguese. What this?
What is it?
What is this that you said in Portuguese? I lost the Portuguese too. I got.
Ovo
I'm
de
getting-
colher.
Ovo de colher.
What the hell is this? Oh, okay.
Ovo de
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Yeah, I got you. Okay. Sorry.
the first thing that popped to mind was that, like, you know, the spoon with the boiled egg here.
Yep. that was what I thought.
Yeah, I love it. I'm like, what the hell?
No.
I think
No,
just
the
me and
chocolate.
Pamela think fat. Yeah, because I imagine exactly what she said.
Yeah.
I knew it what she was talking about.
Thank you. Yeah, so I ordered that, and I ordered the one that is like tiny little ones, like 100 to 150 grams, but they come in 3 different flavors. And I know myself, I'm gonna have to have a little bit of everything. And I'm sorry, but like I cannot put myself in the position that I'm gonna have to control myself for eggs, because I only have that once a year.
I hear some limiting beliefs right there.
No, I don't want to. That's 100% true right now. Like I don't want to put myself in that situation, because I know that those eggs I only have once a year. Nobody does
She's
that for me
already
any
made
other
a
day.
mental decision. If
I
you
did.
know, there is a
Like,
mental decision. There's like, I'm not gonna limit myself.
yeah. So how do you do that? How do you put that in? Like, do you take some calories from the week before? Because I'll be having that.
I love your face, Andrea.
Andrea is like, oh my god, what am I gonna tell to her?
I'm just saying and just throwing it. Don't you want us to be honest? I'm coming to you, my friend. I'm coming to you.
100%. Well, you already chose your battles, right?
Yes.
Just log it in. Like, is it chocolate?
Yes.
Like, how do you know how many grams does it have? Like 500 or
150.
more?
3 eggs of
150?
150. Yeah.
3 eggs of 150. So
Yeah, but
that's
it's me and hubby, so it's
450.
shared. But it's shared. Hubby and I.
Okay, who eats more?
Hubby, obviously.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
eat more chocolate than Caesar.
really? Oh no, I have no
Yeah.
time. I'm an only child, so I eat slowly. And so he always eats more. I'm like, God damn it, I want more. So that's
Okay,
it.
so in total, it's 450 grams of chocolate, right?
Yes, in total.
Okay, so let's say you're having, let's just give a rough estimate of 300 grams of chocolate.
Well, it's probably less. I would say it's probably like 200.
Okay. I like always to err on the side of a little bit extra, but it's okay. Let's say 200 grams, you said, right? Just log in 200 grams of chocolate. If you go over your calories, you go over your calories for one day. But here's the trick. I'm not sure actually if all of you guys here are using the good, better, best system.
Don't know what it is.
Okay. So
I'm not.
all right. So the ideal, the best would be for you to stay within 5 grams of your macro goals, right? Then life happens, and there are some days that you're not going to be able to do that. However, if you still stay within your calories and at least hit your protein goal, you're still on track. That's okay. Now, when life happens again in those events where you can't meet your protein goal and you can't hit any other macro goal, if you're still within your calories, you're still in the plan. You're still on track. So on that day on Easter, what I advise you to do is, if you want to put everything in there in the closest possible way, is to not try to hit your numbers on that day. Just aim to stay within your calories. Right? So you're going to put your chocolate, you're going to put in your food. Now, I don't know exactly what's in the food because it's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You can track just the macros. You can input, and I actually should be able to share my screen with you guys. Hold on a second. Because you can actually, I don't know if you guys know this, but you can actually enter carbs, fats, and protein.
Now
On
I
the
want
non-paid version of it?
On the non-paid, yeah, on the
I do
non-paid
that.
version. Here.
Now I I want do that. to. I just is the quick add, and then you just add what is the calorie, fat,
Yeah.
and protein.
Yeah, so let's say you're adding your food here,
Quick dose.
and you just type in carb. Okay, 1 gram of carb has 4 calories. Perfect. Now, how many grams of carbs do I like? How do I guess that? Just, you're gonna have to guess. Okay, you're gonna eat. Is there gonna be pasta? Is there gonna be rice? Is there gonna be some sort of carb in it, or not so much? Majority from fat. So let's estimate you're having like 60 grams of carbs. Add to the food diary. Now, for that meal, fat. Okay, so just to give you a rough idea, 1 tablespoon of olive oil has 14 grams of fat. Okay, how many tablespoons of olive oil do you think it has on a takeout meal?
Lots.
Exactly. So let's just go on the of like, let's just guys, I forgot how do I say this in English, but vamos chutar alto.
Let's aim it for, I have no idea.
Let's kick
If
it
you
high.
guess- yeah. If you say gas high, it's going to be nice.
No,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's like let's be in the high side, like
Yeah. Okay, so
Yes,
fats,
right.
carbs, protein usually is the least. Like when you order in, usually there's not a whole lot of protein. Usually it's a combination of fat and carbs. Remember that we talked about last week that those delicious foods are usually made up of carbs and fats. So protein, there's not going to be that much, but there's always some, right? If you're ordering some sort of chicken, if there's cheese, if there's a mix of meat in there or deli stuff in there. So let's just say you had 30 grams of protein. So that equals to, oh my God, what did I do here? No, that's not that. By the way, guys, if you've never used the desktop version, it's much easier to play around and add stuff. Protein macro. There you go. 1 gram of protein has 4 calories. Let's say we had 30 grams. Add to food diary. So my meal here equaled 810 calories, which for a takeout food or for a, you know, typical delicious food, that's pretty accurate. Like if you have a burger, it's around that much. If you have like a slice of lasagna plus dessert plus some drinks, that's probably going to be around that 800 to 1000.
So you would say, like, if for example, that's what I've been doing so far. If Felipe wants to take me out and I have, like, I try to stay within, I try to eat like mostly protein and try to leave around like 800, 900 calories for that, like, dinner.
Yeah, that's a
Do
pretty
you
good
think
guess.
that's a good plan?
Yes, I think so. That leaves
That's what I've
room
been
for a lot
doing
of food.
usually when I have, like, when I go out or whenever we order food in. I try to, like, I try to hit my protein at least, because I know that the food won't. And I try to leave my carbs and fats for later.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Because usually that's what it is. Like, unless you eat, I don't know, a burger plus a milkshake plus fries plus dessert plus like a beer, then you're going to be closer to 2,000 calories or more. But just like a regular dish, around 800, around 900, 1,000 calories. That's what you're aiming for. And then again, on that day, on Easter, if you don't hit your macros, but you still manage to stay within your calories, that's amazing. That's awesome. You've enjoyed the food, you ate what you like, you've enjoyed time with your family, and you're still on track. You don't have to feel guilty for having that food that you had on Sunday, or for eating that chocolate. You don't have to feel guilty about it. You just chose on that day to stay within your calories and not care for your macros, and that's okay. It was a choice. And one day is not going to derail your progress. And as a matter of fact, what matters most for losing weight is calories, right? The macros, they will help you with satiety. They will help you with your body composition. They will help you with making sure that you're losing fat and not muscle. But at the end of the day, if you're eating under your needs, you're going to lose weight, right? So just keep that in mind. Let's keep that macro perspective, like macro, no, that big perspective. Calories matter most. So even if you stay within your calories, but you don't hit your macros, that's fine too. And it's just one day. Another tip I would say would be to, as much as possible, plan ahead. Not exactly to the T of what you're eating, but just like Fernanda does, of just setting aside 800, 900 calories for that occasion, or even more. You want to have your chocolate guilt-free. You want to eat your lunch and dinner guilt-free. Add it in there. Have those 900, 1,000 calories already tracked. And then during the day, you just manage to, manage with less calorie, lower caloric content. Make sense? Lower calorie. That's what I meant. Yeah. So more protein, more veggies. If you're not hungry, don't eat, and enjoy the day. Like, that would be my advice. Don't try to be so perfect. If you're still tracking and you're guesstimating and you're putting it in there and you're enjoying time with your family and you're going back on track on Monday, it's awesome. That's awesome. You're doing better. You're doing better than you did last year. You're doing better than most people do, and you're on track.
Good.
Does that help?
Absolutely.
I have another question, actually,
yeah?
that I was going to send you in the group chat, and then I saw the Zoom class, and I was like, hey, I'm just going to pop it in. So some days, for today, for example, I still have 58 grams of protein to hit. I have around the same thing for carbs, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check. No, 64 grams of carbs, around the same. And like right now, I've eaten my whey protein. I've done lots, and I still have 58 grams to eat to get to my protein. So my thing is, like, right now I'm not hungry at all. do you think I should wait and do that? I still have 800 calories. Do the 800 calories at dinner and try to put as much protein in there, or do I eat eggs right now and just try to go for it? Like I'm not sure how to
It
proceed from
is,
here.
yeah, no, it's extremely normal to feel like that, especially because you're on your first week, right, of tracking and with the intention to trying to get more protein in. So you'll feel full a lot more than you used to. That is normal, and that will pass with time. You get used to it. The best advice that I can do for tonight, like, it's okay if you feel hungry, go for some lean protein or something. If you don't, then just start better planning for tomorrow. So you go to the MyFitnessPal, you go to your MyFitnessPal, and you start adding what you want to eat tomorrow, starting with the protein sources, starting with the eggs, with the protein, with what else do you? Oh, hi. So you start logging your food today, tonight, for tomorrow, and adjusting the quantities so you hit that number tomorrow. So let's say tomorrow you've input everything that you want to eat tomorrow and you're still lacking protein. Go back to the first meal and try to adjust the quantity. Just have some more food on your first meal, then a little bit more food on your second meal, and so on and so forth. So you hit that number.
Yeah,
But
because I
it's
feel like
super normal to feel like you're just eating too much.
yeah, and also I feel like because at night is when I feel the most hungry. You've known this about me for years. Like at night I'm just like I need to eat. So if I don't have a proper meal at night, like with carbs, and I don't feel like full to go to sleep, I won't be able to sleep. It'll be 3:30 in the morning. I'll be like, I need food. So that's why I try, like most of my days, like before you adjusted the quantities of protein and everything, like I had another quantity and I was able to hit those because it was way smaller.
Mm-hmm.
So right now I'm just like, if I eat, I won't have calories for tonight. I won't have, you know what I mean? I'm just like trying to understand exactly where can I put things in place, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not super hungry and I won't be able to sleep and I'll bother Felipe the whole night. Because like I'm like I can't hit it, but if I hit it right now when I have dinner,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? Like it's just I'm having trouble with that. That's my
So
biggest.
what was the initial plan for tonight? Because it's 7 there. Yeah. What was the plan for tonight?
So I think we're going to make tonight's my dad's cooking. So I think he's going to make pasta with our vegan meat. So that has a couple of protein on it. I'm not sure like how many grams. I'll have to measure that. But that usually keeps me full when I have like pasta, of course, because of the carbs. But and it has a lot of calories too. So if I do that, I won't have calories for it right now. So I'm like, hey, what do I do? You know what I mean? Like I'm just confused. Do I have more eggs now and then eat less later, or do I add eggs later to my food? Does that
That's
make
an
sense?
option.
Yeah, maybe I could do that. I
Like
did that
boiled
yesterday.
eggs?
Still, I didn't make it.
That's okay. It's not expected. Like everyone here
I
knows
literally
very
had
so
lentil soup, which is like high in protein, with eggs.
But also
I'm like, it
hard.
makes no
Okay.
sense. This dinner makes no sense. I'm just eating random things so I can hit it.
But if you boil the egg, like boiled eggs is actually like kind of makes sense in a soup, no?
Yeah, no, kind of. Kind of.
My first week to actually get hit my goal for protein, I was actually eating 5 eggs per day.
Because it's
And
hard.
actually I was okay. Okay. And in the third day, oh gosh, I need to actually figure out how to actually buy another stuff and make another stuff. So what I did, for example, for protein, I have chicken and I make these every single Saturday. And I'm not joking, I think I have actually still having a lot for this week. It's pretty much like, come on, come here, come back. Thank you. and I'm not joking. This is actually, if I need, is done. And I don't need more carbs, but when I had actually some trouble with carbs, banana. Pretty much this I play actually easy peasy. But I have actually the same issue. I don't plan actually my dinner. So what I do, I make this for the week. So like crazy guys, sorry. But for the size for the lunch is pretty much the full. And okay, if I need something, blah 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 during the dinner, I have this ready, and I just put the quantity. I know that sounds crazy, at least. When I show this to my mother, well, you are getting crazy. No, mom, I need to do this because if I don't do it, I'm going to lose it. Uh, but it's something that, for example, I changed it just once my macros. When she has changed this, oh gosh, was so much protein. And my first grocery shop, I made a one mistake that I actually was not so was not enough. But the second one, you actually start learning it, yeah. So actually, don't get stressed so much for the first week. But what I do believe is a good idea is you need to actually have some stuff that you like, and it's going to be focused on one piece. So for example, okay, I need actually carbs, and for example, I have banana and I have blueberries. If you need protein, I know that sucks, but for example, 5 eggs was actually okay. I cannot make it. It's so much. But I have chicken and I have salmon every time. I have chicken salmon every time in my refrigerator. So just keep actually 2 or 3. And for example, and I know that sounds crazy as well, but I have a problem with fats. So I have this. Ta-da! Almond. So you may actually have at least 1 or 2 for each macro. Just to make your life easier, because this stuff actually be cooking every day and actually be tracking every day, like from scratch for me, it was not working. So I made everything Sunday. I put the labels, and for the dinner, I have everything. I made actually more chicken, more salmon, more pork. I have this stuff for the nuts for fat. Another stuff that I use it as an ally is yogurt. Yogurt actually I have a lot. So for example, when I make my whey, I put yogurt and milk. So, but actually it's the way that I like to eat. My wife or ex-wife, that she's actually with Andrea as well. For example, she sometimes, no, I don't want to eat this. I want to eat another stuff. That's okay. But actually, if she wants to, is here. So just actually saving time, and actually you can hit your goals easier.
Yeah, I feel like I need to add more yogurt to my. You talked about that once. I remember, Andrea. I need to add more yogurt.
And egg whites. Egg whites is a lifesaver.
Yeah, I use egg whites a
Both of
lot.
them.
I
My
finish
life.
egg whites.
Both of them. Life, it's me daily.
Yeah, I feel like as a vegetarian, it's even harder because there's no for me to achieve something. I just have to eat more. Like,
you have to eat more carbs and fats.
I was literally looking at that when I turned in.
Oh, awesome. Okay. So I hope this helps a bit.
It will.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah. Another thing too, Fernanda, is that it's not set in stone. Like, first of all, don't worry too much on the first couple of weeks. It is normal. Like Louise was saying, it's so normal to feel stuffed, to kind of play around, to hit your goals, especially with you having a little bit more, have a little bit more play around to do in order to hit your protein goal. But it is not impossible. And also we'll keep track of how you're doing. We're going to keep monitoring and see how far you've gone. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
you got to that number.
My calories.
Yeah, you couldn't get to that number, but you got this. So you're averaging this. Maybe we'll lower it and then up your carbs or fats a little bit. But I just wanted to, when I updated your calories, I just wanted a little bit of more consistency, a little bit more food, so you can feel more satiated consistently, right? Because probably 1,300 calories is okay to follow during the week, but not during the weekends. That would be a little bit harder, right?
Yeah. And also, like, it's I I actually told Louise that I saved most of my calories for later because I need to eat later. So, for example, my mom wants to have lunch with me and Louise wants to have dinner. I'm like, I can't. I don't know how to do this. It won't fit. I can't. So having more calories is definitely helpful. And it gives me more space to fill more protein too, I guess.
Yeah. And when those situations happen to you, like you're always in charge of how much you eat, right? Like you don't
Absolutely.
have to absolutely stuff your face when you're having lunch with your mom.
Yeah.
And you can save up a little bit more for later. You can make the best of both worlds, you know,
Yeah. Of
having
course.
a little bit here, a little bit there, and you won't derail your progress in any way.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. I was
Um,
literally looking at that right now, like 1
that's
second ago.
awesome. That's awesome. That's great. What I can also do for you, I can work around some meal sample examples for you, to help you with some recipes as well if you want.
We're going to the supermarket tomorrow, I guess, and we're gonna
Good.
buy a lot of tofu because tofu.
Tofu is good. Yeah.
There's a lot of protein in there, and I love it. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of things coming. Things are coming.
Yes. But you're making great progress. I'm so proud.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Are you recovered from your workout?
Fuck no. I had trouble walking. I was trying to walk and I couldn't walk. Literally
Nice.
yesterday, me and Philippe, I was doing your exercise and Philippe was like, "Are you sure this workout is for you?" I'm like, I don't know. It was like, you must hit 12. And I'm like, I can't hit 12 reps. Like it won't go. But I feel great today. And it's arms today. So that's good. I won't have to move up.
That's okay. That's better. Awesome. Oh, I love your nails, by the way. Love it. Awesome. Does anyone else have any questions regarding Easter eating? You're good. Fernanda Masuya, you're good. Did it help?
I have to pick my battles, right? Like,
Yes.
if it's gonna be at night, I know that it's gonna be pretty much really difficult for me to sleep. But I think my biggest problem is it's my own mind, like stopping eating. Like this is the problem because I know that I let a gap of calories for that night and I do the effort and everything, but the problem that I feel, it is not about, oh my God, so many calories. It's like, oh my God, I won't sleep. I know I won't. Like I won't. I know if I finish eating at 9, I will be going to bed at 1 a.m.
Because of the
So
digestion, right?
yeah, because it's heavy. And even though when we talk, like you told me, like try to eat like lighter things as a protein shake or yogurt, and I was eating and I'm fine. I can eat like at 8 p.m. But I know that days sometimes it's just like I can not stop, and this is fucking stupid because I punish myself because I cannot stop because I should have a limit. I should be in 80-90% of being okay and stop, but I go to the edge. I cannot anymore, and is that what I want to stop before? I don't want to go into there.
It sounds to me that you feel like the food some way it controls you.
Yeah, but there's things that I can stop. Like I love popcorn or I love cookies. And if Eduardo brings cookies or popcorn later in the night and I want to say no, consciously decision to say no, because
Yeah.
it is more like that food is going to be there. I can eat every day. It doesn't need to be this night.
Right.
You know, I think it's that gap of I won't need this again.
But help me understand your situation better. When exactly does that happen? What situation are you in, and what types of foods do you usually have those events going on?
Snacking foods, I think, is the worst one.
Mhm.
And it's separate events. Like it is not daily. It is not every day. I like to eat into 6 or max 8. It is daily. Like it is not something that I will go daily. I have an event, or we're going to a party, or it's going to be Easter, or it's a birthday. It's an event that it's like, again, once a year, and that is what controls me, I think so.
Have you ever, now we're going to have to dive deeper into your memory there, but have you ever had a situation where you had to control yourself and not eat at all? Like, do you remember a situation in your life where something happened, some of those events happened, and someone told you not to eat?
No, never.
Even if you were little, like your mom telling you something or somebody
Not that I
else telling you something?
remember.
Okay.
I don't think would be impossible, but not something that I really remember.
How long has this been going on?
I think the overeating start when I was doing fasting, because I would eat like once, and you eat until you're satisfied, so you don't eat for 20 hours or so. I think that was when that started. I don't feel myself doing before that. Getting to that edge of I cannot eat anymore, I think it is that.
It makes sense. It makes total sense. There are a few studies relating fasting specifically for women with overeating. It is something that has been studied. So this is normal now that you're telling me that it has started after you started fasting. It definitely makes sense. There was a point in my life that I was also fasting for 20 hours, 24 hours, and I felt, I don't know if you also felt that, but I felt a sense of proud. Oh, so good. I can stay 20 hours without eating. I do fasting.
Yeah,
Good for me.
Same. Yeah.
And then it kind of changes your hunger and appetite levels a little bit. You feel that you need more food, but you can't because it feels like your stomach is just smaller than it used to be. So you start eating and it feels bad, but at the same time you keep eating.
Yeah, this is my feeling. Totally, you explain exactly how I feel about it.
Mm-hmm. So how long since the last time you did fasting?
3 months, 2 months.
Okay. Do you think that it has gotten better over time, over
I
the
think
3
it
months?
got better because I involve water now. So if I finish and I still feel that I need to eat it, I drink a lot of water. So the water is gonna blow me up too, but it's a better feeling because it goes away faster.
Because I think what happens too is that you're trying to savor every moment that you're eating, right? And for some reason, it got stuck in your mind that I gotta eat everything because then for the next 20 hours, I'm not gonna eat anymore.
Exactly. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes total sense for me.
But now you don't have to wait 20 hours anymore. So
No.
it is a valid point. You're just repeating the behavior that you learned when you were fasting, right? Your mind, your brain made that connection. But is this true now? Is this true that you have to wait 20 hours to eat? No, you can eat it. You can eat at any time as long as you
So
hit your
it needs to
macros.
be the conscious decision to stop. Remember what I wrote to you? Like,
Yeah.
I noticed that I was overeating, and right away I brush my teeth and I say, I'm not eating anymore. Because when I notice, it's fine. Like, mindly, I can make myself stop. I can say, no, you're not eating. done. It's a choice, brush my teeth, goes, good. I don't even suffer. It's not something that it's like, oh my God, I need to eat, I need to eat. No, I don't feel that.
Mhm.
But until I notice, I already overeat it.
Mhm. One exercise that you can do is that repeating to yourself that there's always more food available. There's always more food available. Because in your mind now, the belief is actually the opposite. So we think with our conscious head, right? With our conscious mind that makes it the conscious decision to do something. But then we end up doing something totally different. Why is that? Because it's the unconscious mind, the subconscious mind that actually controls 95% of what we do on a daily basis. And the subconscious mind works in a much deeper level. What the subconscious mind is trying to do is to protect us. We learn one behavior, we make the association, that behavior made sense at that time. Like it made sense that you wanted to eat more in that short window of eating because you wouldn't eat for the next 20 hours. So your brain made that connection. It made sense. But now it doesn't make sense anymore and it doesn't serve you with your goals. So how to get our subconscious mind to learn something, to learn a new behavior? By emotion or by repetition? So the more you reinforce a new behavior, the more you repeat that, the more automatic it gets. And slowly you will erase that old behavior. Okay, so the more you tell yourself and you show yourself that yes, there's always food, there's always more food. I can always have more. I don't have to eat everything now. There's always more available to me. Your brain will start making that connection. Okay, there's always more. Don't need to panic. There's always more. I can have it whenever I want. It is a process though. It is a process of repetition, repetition, repetition. Anytime you catch yourself doing that, you repeat to yourself, there's always more food available. There's always more food available. That's okay. There's always more food available. You don't have to eat everything now. You're not bad. You're not broken. You're not someone that can't control yourself, that is not undisciplined. It's just that you learned a behavior that made sense back then, does not make sense anymore, does not serve you anymore. Therefore, you can choose to do something different. You choose to do something that will serve you. In order to do that, repetition, repetition, repetition. And it's okay. It's not going to be a perfect lane. Like you will mess up. You will overeat sometimes. But just the fact that you were trying, just the fact that you're working on it, it proves to yourself that you're on the right track. Does that make sense?
Total sense.
So there's always more food available. You don't have to have everything now. You don't have to eat anything now. It is delicious and you can have it at any time. Trust
I'm gonna have
yourself.
to repeat, yeah.
Trust yourself in the process. And also don't beat yourself up when you slip up. Like when you're not able to stop right then and there, don't beat yourself up. It's okay. It's part of the process. You're making progress and you're working towards it. It's okay. Don't beat yourself up. Don't restrict on the next day. Don't just acknowledge that happened and you're working on it. Catch yourself in the moment. There's always more food available. There's always more food available. And that's it. Okay, girl?
Okay.
So, all right. So the plan for Easter is to have a dinner, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you'll log everything in, you set aside some calories for the night. How are you going to deal with the fact that you don't digest food really well at night?
When I get home, I take a pill. I digest enzymes.
Okay.
Normally, I take every day too. One digest pill. It's like a common thing.
Okay.
But it's something that it bothers me a lot. And it takes forever. It is like 4 hours. Like if I overeat it, it's 4 hours.
Does it happen only when you overeat? So when you eat a normal dinner, you don't feel that way?
No, because my dinner is at 6. So
What
when I
time is
go
the
to bed
dinner?
at 10,
What time is the dinner on Saturday?
7:30.
7:30?
We're getting there 7:30.
Okay. On Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay. What you can do too is just set some boundaries for yourself. Like make an agreement with yourself to limit your intake to a certain quantity. So if you can't exactly measure what you're having, you can maybe limit yourself to 1 plate of food. You can put everything there, but it's just 1 plate.
Yeah.
You can limit yourself with 1 small plate of dessert.
Yeah, I think
And
I'm
that's
gonna
it.
do this. Yeah.
Yeah, you can limit
And it's
yourself.
a
And then,
mindset. Like if I have a mindset, if I know what I'm gonna do, my body doesn't exceed that. It's gonna be this plate and it's done.
yeah, exactly. It's going to be this plate. It's going to be this dessert. And it's going to be 1 drink or whatever you choose. Like the choice is yours, right? But you limit yourself and you leave home already knowing that that's what's going to happen. And if people ask something or like don't feel that you need to give explanations, like I'm okay, thank you, I'm full or
They don't
whatever.
push. They don't.
There you go. That's good.
They are totally fine with that.
That's good. It's not like our grandma's house in Brazil, right?
No. It's Canadian people.
Yeah.
They don't care how much we eat, man.
They don't care.
Yeah. If you didn't eat, they don't care either. Like,
Yeah. If it's our grandma's house, then it would be a problem.
yeah, it would.
You have to eat.
And this amount of food, it's not that just
Yeah,
eating.
no, you're just eating that little. Are you crazy?
Yeah.
You don't like my food?
Exactly.
Okay, so that's good. That's one last stressor for you.
Yeah.
Make room for that meal. Make an agreement with yourself to limit yourself and like know that that's what's going to happen. Forgive yourself. Be kind, be nice to yourself. It's okay. You're learning, you're in the process. And there's always more food available to you. There's always more food available to you. You don't have to eat everything now.
Perfect.
Okay. Hope that was helpful. Anything else that we would like to address? All right. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for showing up. And let's have a great night. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, Luis. Bye.